Imagine a civilization that's thousands of years old, a place of cool inventions, big ideas, and powerful empires. This is China. Its story is all about the amazing dynasties that shaped the nation for over 4,000 years. Each dynasty left its mark, and we can still see their influence today. From the Great Wall to the Forbidden City, the past whispers stories of emperors, inventions, and traditions. This is the incredible legacy of the Chinese dynasties. The first dynasties built the foundation of China. The Xia Dynasty started around 2070 BCE. They figured out farming and how to organize people. Then came the Qing Dynasty. They were awesome at making things out of bronze and even created a writing system. These were super important for China's growth. Next up was the Zhou Dynasty. They ruled for almost 800 years. They set up a system where nobles got land in exchange for being loyal and helping with the army. The Zhou dynasty also saw the start of important ways of thinking, like Confucianism and Taoism. These ideas still influence China today. After the Zhou dynasty, there was a lot of fighting. The period was marked by chaos and constant warfare among various states vying for power and dominance. But from all the chaos, a strong state emerged, the Qin. This state was able to consolidate power and bring order to the region. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, united all of China in 221 BCE. His reign marked the beginning of a new era in Chinese history. He made sure everyone used the same weights, measures, and writing. This standardization helped unify the diverse regions of China. The Qin also built the first Great Wall to protect against enemies. This massive construction project was aimed at defending the empire from northern invaders. Then came the Han Dynasty. They took over after the fall of the Qin and continued to build on its foundations. They ruled for over 400 years. This long period of stability allowed for significant advancements in culture, technology, and governance. This was a great time for China. The economy flourished, cities grew, and the arts and sciences thrived. The Silk Road opened up trade with faraway lands. This trade route connected China with the West, bringing in new goods and ideas. People invented paper and gunpowder. Confucianism became really important. These innovations and philosophies had a lasting impact on Chinese society and the world. The Han Dynasty made China strong and created a model for later dynasties. Their legacy influenced Chinese civilization for centuries to come. After the Han Dynasty, China went through some tough times. The Sui Dynasty brought everyone back together for a short time in the 6th century. They started building the Grand Canal, a huge project. Then the Tang Dynasty came along, and it was another golden age. Art, poetry, and literature were everywhere. Someone invented woodblock printing, making it easier to share knowledge. The Song Dynasty kept the culture growing. They built better ships and became great sailors. They also improved the compass, gunpowder, and even invented paper money. These inventions changed the world. But the Song Dynasty had trouble with nomadic tribes from the north. In the 13th century, Kublai Khan, the grandson of the legendary Genghis Khan, conquered China after a series of intense battles and strategic maneuvers. He established the Yuan dynasty, marking a significant shift in Chinese history. This was the first time in history that China was ruled by foreigners, specifically the Mongols, who brought their own unique culture and governance. The Yuan dynasty encouraged trade and the exchange of different cultures, leading to a vibrant and diverse society. The Silk Road flourished under their rule, connecting China with distant lands. Marco Polo, the famous Venetian explorer, even visited China during this time, documenting his travels and the wonders he encountered in the Yuan dynasty. Despite its initial success, the Yuan dynasty didn't last very long. Internal strife, corruption, and natural disasters weakened their rule. In the 14th century, the Ming dynasty took over, restoring Chinese rule. The Ming emperors focused on consolidating power and reviving traditional Chinese culture. They undertook massive construction projects, including rebuilding the Great Wall to be even bigger and stronger, to protect against northern invaders. The Ming dynasty also sent ships on grand maritime expeditions led by Admiral Zheng He, showcasing China's naval prowess and expanding its influence across the oceans. However, later in their rule, the Ming dynasty decided to adopt a policy of isolation, reducing foreign trade and focusing inward to preserve their culture and stability. People called the Manchus from the north conquered China in the 17th century. They were a nomadic people who had long been a formidable force in the region. Their conquest was not just a military victory but also a cultural shift. The Manchus brought their own customs and traditions, which blended with the existing Chinese culture to create a unique and rich tapestry of life. They started the Qing Dynasty, the last of China's empires. They ruled until 1912. During this period, the Qing Dynasty saw both great prosperity and significant challenges. The emperors of the Qing Dynasty were known for their administrative skills and their ability to maintain control over such a vast territory. The Qing emperors made China bigger, and things were mostly peaceful. They expanded the empire to its largest size in history, incorporating regions that are still part of China today. This era was marked by cultural flourishing, with advancements in art, literature, and science. But in the 1800s, they had problems with rebels in other countries, especially from the West. The Opium Wars and various internal rebellions weakened the Qing dynasty significantly. Western powers forced China into signing unequal treaties, which eroded the sovereignty of the Qing government. China had to sign unfair agreements that hurt their economy and made people angry. These treaties allowed foreign powers to control important ports and extract significant economic concessions, leading to widespread dissatisfaction among the Chinese populace. The Qing dynasty ended in 1912, which was the end of China's dynasties. The Xinhai Revolution led to the establishment of the Republic of China, marking a new chapter in Chinese history. The fall of the Qing dynasty was a turning point, as it ended over 2,000 years of imperial rule. These dynasties left a huge mark on China's culture and who they are as a country. Traditional festivals, architectural styles, and even daily customs have roots that trace back to these ancient times. The influence of the dynasties can be seen in the way people celebrate, build, and live their lives. From the very first settlements to the amazing Forbidden City, we can still see and feel the influence of the dynasties in China today. The Forbidden City stands as a testament to the architectural and cultural achievements of the past, drawing millions of visitors each year who come to marvel at its grandeur. Chinese people remember their past as they face the future. They honor their ancestors and maintain traditions that have been passed down through generations, even as they embrace modernity and innovation. The story of China's dynasties shows how amazing and strong human civilization can be. The Great Wall and the Terracotta Army are just two examples of the incredible feats achieved during these times, showcasing the ingenuity and determination of the Chinese people. It's a story of creativity, toughness, and how history is always changing. From ancient inventions like paper and gunpowder to the beautiful art of calligraphy, the legacy of China's dynasties continues to inspire and influence the world today.